No.
We wouldn't have socialised with each other when we were kids. Definitely not.
I don't think so. I'd have picked on him and bullied him, the nerd.
Well, I'd have been. You wouldn't, because I wouldn't have. I'd have been at home studying and writing my poetry.
It's a good one, that. Yeah, there's no way me and you would.
We wouldn't have been mates, would we?
No way.
What were you up to?
You'd have been fascinated with him because you like the kids with the big head and the webbed feet.
Yeah, exactly. Though next to them, it's not that. He'd be knocking about with them, wouldn't he? that'd be your crowd. But no, it's strange. It's like
no, I think we would be mates. Because we'd bond. If we saw him, if he started, right, and he came through the door, right, with a big bow tie, right, we'd go, fuck me, what is this? And he'd go out there and go, hello, I'm Stephen Merchant. And we'd go, fucking hell. And the kids with the sort of webbed feet and the big heads at the back going, who's that stealing our fucking thunder? And we'd ignore them.
Yeah, but who would have been the one with all the porn mags? Would have been me. All right?
It's true.
Always a way of making friends at school.
Oh, God.
When you're also at school, not
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I tell you, this is the best fun I have, just being in the room with these two. It's not work, is it? It's not work. All I have to do is, I keep trying to get these things to do. Steve wants to do, like, proper things, like, oh, let's write something good, like The Office. Yeah. Carl goes, oh, let's not do anything. I've got some grouting to do. So, you know, when something like this happens, it's good for me. This is fun. Thoughts, Carl?
It used to be. I think, but I get bored with things quite quickly anyway. I like to say, we've done that, move on. Whereas you keep going, let's do that, let's do this. We've done it. You know, we're still talking about the kids with big heads. We first mentioned them in about 2006. They're still getting mentioned.
Yeah.
It's time to move on.
What do you think they think?
Yeah, that's a good point. We should track them down.
How we recognise them?
Well, we could have one of those like safari trucks and like guns with sleeping darts.
They'll be going in the water. They'll be going really fast because of the webbed feet.
Yeah.
And we just see a big head pop up like that. They'll be one of the big five, won't they?
I don't know. Are you aware of the youngest? So I just wondered. It might just be that their head is adult when they're young. I don't know if it's.
What do you mean? What?
Well, I've never seen an older person with this. I've never seen an old person gone, look at his head.
Right.
Whereas,
although people do say that to you. So do you think that their gestation period was 18 years and their body didn't grow, and that woman was going, I've been pregnant for 18 years, and they come out and they've got the body of an 18-year-old and the head of an 18-year-old, the body of a baby, then it just grows and catches up.
Just because I haven't seen it, I don't know what it is. We've talked about it all this time, yet we've never actually found out what it is. It's just the kids with big heads and webbed hands.
Webbed hands? I thought it was webbed feet.
What?
And feet.
Hands and feet?
They must be amazing swimmers. Yeah. Did they used to go swimming?
Probably.
Well, you didn't
when
see
they weren't fighting crime.
I can't get enough of Carl as a kid. The stories he tells of his mum and dad. Yeah, I like Scruffy Sound. I do like the kids with big heads and webbed feet. Now, they were the same people, weren't they? There wasn't kids with big heads and kids with webbed feet.
No. Same.
Yeah, big heads, webbed feet. Brilliant. Who else was on?
Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy's good. She used to shoplift, didn't she?
Shoplift.
And she used to have her husband who she used to hit and put in the
on
basket.
A tricycle.
Yeah.
And used to talk to you through a mirror.
Yeah.
It freaked me out.
Oh, she would hold a mirror and talk into it and then
talk to you through it in quick save. Yeah.
That is bizarre. Have you offered information to the illustrators to sort of make sure that they look?
No, but when I saw it, it was pretty spot on.
Pretty spot on.
Did you ever ask me?
No, I don't know what she looks like, no. What was I doing hanging around Quicksave in 1983?
In Manchester.
Yeah.
No, but I just wonder whether you ever said, what was Miss Piggy like? I suppose the name says it all. It's like the Elephant Man.
Yeah.
You've got a kind of a starting point, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm particularly excited in this new series by the animated version of Carl's film idea, featuring Rebecca De Mornay.
And the famous Clive Warren.
Famous actor Clive Warren.
It's amazing. That's one thing that they've really upped their game on. As I say, the animations themselves, the characters haven't changed. We like that existing in that bubble, and I like the fact that all these have already been done, and so Carl can never change. If he gets a hit on the head and he's suddenly wise, it doesn't matter because that Carl exists and captured in time. But what has changed is some of the direction. We were very careful with the first series. We didn't want to take away from the podcast. It's been downloaded hundreds of millions of times. We were worried that people trying to add to the comedy might ruin it a little bit. So we were very careful. They just it was pretty straight. But this second series, they've really animated it so beautifully, and they've directed it like a movie, haven't they? They just do different things. They do different angles, and they go off of these flights of fancy.
It's just different, because I never, really enjoy watching stuff back, because I know it all, hearing it all again. But it is like it's different. I forgot stuff that's happened because they've done something with it.
Now, this will be a shock to some people. Carl is never enthusiastic about anything, okay? And he's been watching this second series, where we get the animatics through and then the final thing, and he's been laughing. Which is pretty scary. Actually, the one time he laughed on a podcast is in the final episode of this series, and they had to guess what he looked like laughing. I mean, you can see it's weird, isn't it?
It is weird.
It's weird because they're guessing. He sort of goes like a little animated worm.
No, it is. It's weird.
Yeah, because no one's ever seen you laugh, really, have they? I do. We laugh. You laugh socially.
Yeah. What makes you laugh?
Things that you shouldn't laugh at.
Okay, like what?
I remember I was doing an interview once, and I started laughing, and the bloke was like, are you laughing? I've never heard you laugh. I went, yeah. He said, what happened? And there was a woman. I was stood outside a hotel, because I was doing interviews in a hotel, and I couldn't get a signal, right? So I stood outside on the street talking to this bloke, and I started laughing. He said, what's going on? And I saw a woman. She was on the phone, pushing a pram, and she hit something, the baby fell out the pram. Now, the thing is, I know you shouldn't laugh at that, but it's because it shouldn't happen. And the way she just carried on talking, picked it up, shoved it back in, sort of as if it happens a lot. And that made me laugh. It's things like that. I know you shouldn't laugh, but I think it's that thing.
That's good.
It's unexpected.
That's good.
No one else saw it. I felt like it was just a little private thing for me to see.
Yeah.
And
that's good.
Things like that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Injured babies. What's not?
No, but they're fairly relaxed, aren't they? They can. I don't think it cried.
My mate once, right, saw this fella at a disco, at a party, at a wedding or something, right? And he was a fella in a wheelchair, and he was sort of on the dance floor dancing, and someone threw up down the back of him, right? And he said he was spinning round trying to look at it like a dog chasing his tail.
Oh dear. Oh, that's not good.
I thought that would catch her. If you'd seen it, you'd have laughed, wouldn't you?
Yeah, maybe.
But he was holding a baby and he dropped it.
Yeah, that's good.
Isn't it you that said you sometimes think you'd like to slap a baby?
No.
You did?
No, not slap. That makes it sound really bad. Just hit the back of its head. That's what I said.
Oh, God!
Why would you do that?
I don't know. It's just, I think it's that thing. It's the shape of the back of the baby's head. It's sort of, it's asking for it in a way.
Yeah.
It's just, I just want to either squeeze it or, like I said to you with kittens, squeezing a kitten's head.
Yeah.
It's too hard. It hurts it.
What?
Because it's so nice. It's like, I want to. There's something there that I just want to.
Yeah.
I used to do it to my dog's head.
Yeah. And yet you won't feel your own testicles.
No.
You won't let anyone else feel them?
Well, if I'm not having a go, I'm not letting anyone else have a go either. Why would that be all right?
Well, we might really enjoy pressing them like a puppy or a baby.
No.
Yeah.
I know it's serious and I know that people should, but there's something. I don't know if I've got extra sensitive ones or Why are we talking about this?